So how did you come up with this? Like, is really what I wanted to know first off is like, was it always Freddie? Was it parodies? Was it just kind of like, see if you could do something funny? What was it?
So probably like you guys, I was looking for an outlet to kind of be creative and do something that I felt success out of. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Take your skill sets, whether those are um reviews, writing, music, creativity, whatever those things are, and put it into a funnel that I could, get those juices flowing. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
something that you could do yourself that eventually felt like you were succeeding in something.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
you didn't have to rely on other people. It wasn't success at work. It wasn't success at home. It was just making success for your mental. You know what I mean?
Ooh,
Something
ooh.
that you could achieve. You know what I mean?
Okay.
That was kind of my way to beat, being anxious and, oh, I'm not in a band that's successful. I'm not as good at playing music as this person. Whatever those issues that I had with my own self, I was like, let me do something that I can uh have a platform for my creativity. So I was working with my buddy Matt. I started this with Matt and Nate. Matt quit about 2 years ago, just due to how much time and effort that it takes. And then Nate, he didn't really quit, but he still mixes music and stuff kind of
Yeah.
on a subcontracted way. When I need help mixing a song, mastering a Slash Street Boys that have
Okay.
tons and tons of vocals, he's there to kill it. He's an ultra talented dude. I still consider him part of it from the beginning. And if I ever hit it big, obviously I'd write him a nice check. He and his brother at the Rialto Theater.
Yes.
But sometimes when you feel like you're putting pressure on other people, it brings you down. It takes away from your motivation.
Okay.
So if someone else isn't as excited as it's better to give that portion up and just continue it with yourself. And then you can work with them on the side, or you can work with them later. But I think once you're forcing them to do that, it gets frustrating. So with the question, how did I come up with this? It started with Matt, my other partner. I was already making music with Nate. So we were making joke songs, kind of like Lonely Island. I tried to play in a jazz band, tried to play in the rock band. It never worked out. I was playing for, 10 people, what I mean? Like with a bunch of buddies and drinking and doing all the irresponsible things that don't really help actually make something. And this was during the early 2000s when you couldn't just jump on YouTube and get a million views,
Right.
or
Yeah.
TikTok, which I think for really creative people like you guys, myself, and many other YouTubers, if they would have started that early, their followings would be exponential because of how hot it was in the beginning.
Of
Sure.
course. Yeah.
But depending on how old you guys are, I'm in my 30s. We didn't really have that outlet right off the bat, like kids, teenagers to 20 years old do now.
Right.
Yeah.
So my buddy FaceTimed me, and he was wearing this all-out Freddy Krueger costume, which shout out to James Darkride. Darkride has made these Freddy masks for probably the last 15 years.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
they've gotten
they're good.
better as they've gotten along. So he's FaceTiming me. We're both super broke. And I'm like, dude, why do you have that? It looks real. And we're already making stupid songs like Boner and Sweatpants and fucking, whatever stupid songs we're making to think we're going to be the next Lonely Island. I'm like, why do you have that? He's like, oh, I'm going to go trick-or-treating my kids. I love Nightmare on Elm Street. I'm like, how much was that? He's like, oh, it's like $2,200 for the whole getup. I'm like,
yeah.
bro, we literally can't pay our bills and you're buying a $2,200 Freddy costume. So I'm like, look, man, we've got to do a video with this. So the song Flick of the Wrist was out.
Yes. Dude, well, actually, we were actually watching that beforehand.
That's how I found him.
Because this is the tough thing is that I've stayed away and we've stayed away from reacting to your or watching your music because we want to react to it.
Right.
So,
sure.
but he showed that and I was like, okay, I'm like, yeah, dude, like
I think I found it like the month it came out. So yeah. So anyways, that's how I found you. But yeah.
Yeah, no, you're fine. And like I said, I'll keep babbling on, so interrupt all you need. So essentially, like way early on, when I was like 25 or 26, I was only making beats and making music from the 15 years of piano lessons my mom made me take that I hated, but thanks to my mom, I can make music and have fun now.
Shout out to mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Shout out to my mom. But essentially I was filming rap videos for like $500 or whatever at the time,
Okay.
which I grew that commercially later on, which if there's another question on that, I'll explain that. But essentially I got my skill set in videography because I'm like, I can't sell any beats. There's beats everywhere. It's not making any money. So I see these guys filming with DSLRs. I can do that. It's a creative mindset. I'm like, let me try it. So I just bought a cheap DSLR, started shooting rap videos or whatever. So I got better as I went on. So at the point in time he FaceTimed me in the Freddy Krueger costume, I was probably like halfway at my skill level now. So still way better than your average person, but not like an MTV music video.
Sure.
So when I did that flick of the wrist, he came over, he rapped on my microphone at my house, and we did the song, which oddly enough, I play and rap as Freddy now, but he was doing it in the beginning. And I was mixing, mastering, and then we would bring it to Nate to polish it up. So we did that, and we were like, all right, we'll just see what happens. So, and this Merkins channel wasn't even a thing. That was just like a joke thing because I think pubic wigs are hilarious. So this didn't start on purpose. It was just a YouTube channel that I uploaded it on. But this dude Mike Danielson, who randomly found it because he loves James Darkreich Mass, shout out to Mike Danielson.
Hell yeah.
He somehow gave it to World Star Hip Hop, and it just exploded. They put the link on when World Star was big. They put the link on the front page. And that flick of the wrist, like, got us 70,000 subscribers in like a month. You know what I mean? It just
oh my god,
damn.
Okay, so that's
that's the answer basically.
Okay,
it kind of happened by fluke. You know what I mean? We liked horror movies. He had the costume, and a video idea just popped off from that jump.